Hey friends, I hope the morning's treating you well. Hope you got your coffee if you drink coffee. I guess I should fess up. It's not morning, is it? It's early afternoon. It's just around noon or 1 when I'm standing out here. I got up this morning and I started driving down to Nashville from Indianapolis. And I was loading up the car, got everything going. I was driving and I was kind of thinking to myself, oh wow, man, tomorrow I have to make the Saturday morning video, or today I have to, so that I can upload it for tomorrow morning. And I was thinking about that for a little while, and like, what am I going to talk about? Wonder what I can talk about. And I was thinking about it. Probably a half hour later, it kind of hit me. I was like, wait, what day is today? And I realized that today is Saturday, and I looked at the clock, and I was supposed to have, the Saturday morning video was supposed to have been live like 20 minutes earlier or something, and I was just kind of like, uh-oh, oops, and I'm going to be in the car for 5 hours or whatever. It ended up being more than that because I hit a lot of traffic coming down, and I was just kind of like, I can't do anything about it. I don't really know. Wow, I'm not going to be able to upload the Saturday morning video at the time that I usually do. I'm going to have to do it later in the day. And it kind of bummed me out a little bit because we've been doing this for about 4 years. I think it's over 4 years now. And I haven't missed a single Saturday. Now, I've uploaded 2 or 3 times. This is probably the 3rd time that I've uploaded late because I was somewhere on terrible Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi or something like that, and couldn't get to it. But yeah, and I have my lav mic doesn't have a little windscreen. I ordered one and I'm waiting for it to come on, so it's unprotected and it's kind of windy out here. So if you hear the wind, I apologize. I hope that's not too bad. I'm trying to cover it with my hand a little bit here, but yeah, there's been a lot going on, as you probably know. You know, there's a lot of me and my friends' lives kind of, you know, hit the rocks a little bit, and so I've been kind of thinking about that a lot, trying to take care of the things that I need to take care of. I have a bad habit for a long time of not really knowing what day of the week it was. It's easy to forget when you don't go to work Monday through Friday. You know, if you're playing on the weekend gigs, you kind of fall into it a little better, but I lose track, and I honestly thought that today was Friday. I mean, I really did. And yesterday I had a lot of stuff I did all day long, and then when the sun went down, I was like, hey Amy, you want to watch a movie? And sometimes we'll get together and watch a movie together, and just, you know, just to spend time because we're working and all that. And yeah, what do you want to watch? And we're sitting there thinking about what to watch. So at that time is usually when I freak out if I haven't made a video yet. Like, oh gosh, I got to go record something and talk to the people on Saturday morning. But I do want to talk about what we watched. There's a new, I don't know when it came out. Actually, we wanted to see the Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein at the theater. It was really important to us to see it at the theater. And it was playing at Can, which is a theater I stood out and beside the video about Adrian Belew and Frank Zappa. That whole thing. David Bowie and Frank Zappa. There's a little part of that video where I stand outside the theater. I interviewed the guy who started that, who roadied for David Bowie and George Clinton and Jimmy Buffett. Anyhow, I'm getting off track. That theater. We wanted to go see it there. It was running, but I'm traveling, and it just didn't happen. We wanted to see it at the Belcourt Theater here. traveling, it didn't happen. So last night we're like, well, let's watch that, streaming or whatever. And we couldn't. It's on Netflix, and we don't have Netflix, and I'm not going to get Netflix. So it's kind of like, all right, what are we going to do? So it comes up. Let's watch the Wes Anderson movie that we haven't seen. I don't even remember what it's called. We're like, yeah, man, we like Wes Anderson movies, And those of you who know, Wes Anderson has a thing. It's a very visual thing, and it's fun. Made some great movies. So we're watching that, and we think, okay, this will at least be a good time. And we watch it, and we enjoyed it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be really, really honest here. And we enjoyed it. But when it ended, it was kind of like, And we'll usually spend an hour or two after watching a movie talking about it. And if it's a really good movie, we'll talk about it a half hour a day for days to come. If it's really good, we might talk about it for a week and just, when this happened and that, or wasn't that good when this happened? When it was over, I'd say an hour and a half later, we're kind of chilling out, and Amy says something about, isn't it interesting that we're not even really talking about that movie? And I'm like, yeah, there's not really much to talk about, is there? And it was kind of weird. I think that if you are familiar with Wes Anderson, there's a visual thing that's really beautiful. And he's really good at it. And I dig that. There's usually a really good story involved. There really wasn't much of a story to this at all, but it was way over the top with the Wes Andersonisms. And it kind of felt like if you were trying to do a parody of Wes Anderson, the movie kind of felt like that to me. I still enjoyed it because I like those, but it felt kind of like a parody, and which is weird. And they spent so much money, time, and effort on the visuals of this thing, the way he likes to shoot things and all of that. And it just didn't seem like there was much effort at all put into the plot, or the script or whatever. I didn't think. That's probably not true because people probably worked very hard on it, but what you end up seeing. And I started thinking, I was like, isn't that what people complain about with like the sci-fi or action movies or whatever? That it's visually stunning and the stunts and the visuals are amazing, but there's just no story there. And I'm usually the first person to say that kind of thing. That's kind of like, well, why don't we say that about this? Because that's what this is. And we were both laughing about that. And I don't know, I'm curious if you guys saw that and thought, and like I said, I'm glad we got it. I paid for it. I like paying for the movies. I'll rent them. Instead of subscribing to streaming services, I'll just pay and be like, okay, the money's going directly towards somebody that helped put this thing out there. I guess the streaming service does that too. But I've always enjoyed just getting it on demand like that. And I feel like I'm supporting something I like. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's kind of what I feel. But yeah, it really did kind of feel like Emperor has no new clothes, or Emperor's no, whatever that saying is. And I was curious if anybody else felt that way. And I was trying to think of, there has to be bands that you liked way back when, and you keep going and seeing them, but you kind of realize you're standing around, it's like, oh, I guess this is what we do, this is what we like, but whatever was good about them don't really seem to exist anymore. You don't really see it. I see that nice sun coming through there. That looks kind of nice there. Yeah. I don't know. Are there bands that you think of? Maybe I don't want to beat up on bands, but it's really weird. Wes Anderson movies are something that they become a large part of someone's identity. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's beautiful that this could go really deep in a lot of directions, because I think it's really valuable that I heard someone talking about the monster magazines when we were kids, and a lot of kids would get the monster magazines and they would be really into the Hammer. I remember listening to the 70s. I really liked all of those Fangoria, and I liked monster movies, especially like the old ones. Let's say 60s going back or whatever. And sometimes people would think, oh, I wonder if there's something wrong with that kid, And but the thing is somebody might be wearing a Creature from the Black Lagoon shirt, some kid, some teenager, some 20-something-year-old or whatever, and somebody sees that kid, and you realize, oh, that's my people. That's my people right there. So you're able to find your people through things like that. And you realize instantly, oh, wow, we were both those kids that, were really digging Bride of Frankenstein and thinking this really is the height of German expressionist art, when she's animated there, the last thing. There's those kids who think that way. And it goes in a lot of different ways. It could be the kid with the Tony Rice t-shirt and, or you're walking around and you see the kid with the Tony Rice t-shirt and you're kind of like, oh, wow, that's my people right there. When you're surrounded at the sporting event with a lot of people you just don't relate to at all and you see the one person, there's a lot of that. So that's valuable. And I think Wes Anderson kind of occupies that space in a lot of ways. And there's a lot of versions of that. And that's half of what life is. We're all pack animals, and we want to find our tribe, or however they say it. We want our community, and I think that's a big part of why we're all hanging out here. We all have similar interests. There's a lot of people who like this over here, like that. There's some overlap in the middle, and that's kind of where we're at. There's a few different communities overlapping to form one special one that doesn't really exist in a lot of other places. Anyhow, Wes Anderson seems to, the people who are way into the mid-century modern furniture, a lot of things like that. And Wes Anderson seems to be a calling card to where those folks can find their people, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's really, really beautiful that someone's art is something communities can rally behind and find other people that they feel like they can hang out with and relate to. I just had that weird moment last night watching that when I realized I don't know that this is a good movie at all. And if I see another one of these, maybe I won't watch them anymore, So anyhow, that's what I'm talking about. So somewhere in the midst of all of that, I forgot what day of the week it was, and I didn't make a video, and drove to Nashville, immediately got out of the car, started telling you guys this, and then uploaded it whenever the hell, so I could at least say I made it on Saturday. It wasn't in the morning. But anyhow, I apologize to you guys. I know you count on having coffee with me, and I think it's beautiful that you choose to. And I do not take that for granted. And I will try to maintain a better schedule in the future. And it's a good place to start. I'll be here for a few days in Nashville. I got a little piece of business to take care of and a few days of stuff I need to work on. And I will try to keep you guys abreast of the information as it develops. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff. If you're looking for more stuff, to check out, I have a lot of stuff over on Patreon. There's like way over 100 videos. It might be 150 by now. There's some of them that are, 40 minutes or an hour long of me walking around some foreign city or some place like Arkansas or whatever. And it's $5 a month to join, and you have access to all of that. And if you don't want to do that, there's a whole lot of stuff that I make available for free on there. So all you have to do is just sign up on there, and you can go see even more videos over there if you're into that. But the people who pay, $5 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee at some of the places I seem to go to these days. They keep all of this going, and they're the backbone of this channel, and I really appreciate it. But I realize times are tough, and not everybody can do that. But if you want to see some stuff for free, go on over there, and I'll try to make a point to make more stuff free and available for anybody that wants to stop by. And so there. And I hope you're not out shopping and going through the hell of shopping malls right now and all of that. All right, I'm going to shut up and upload this video. And I'll put up a video right here of me and my friends at band practice here in East Nashville when we're getting ready for some shows. It's fun stuff if you haven't watched it. I think you'll enjoy it. Watch this here, and I'll see you somewhere down the road. Much love to you.